Murphy, the rapper Ice-T, Cher, and Marilyn Monroe all have in common? All of these celebrities spent time in their life in foster care. Hi, I'm Amy Emery. I'm going to tell you about the history of foster care, how it works now, and I'm also going to talk to you about some of the myths. In doing this, I hope that you better understand the system. Foster care has a history dating back to the 1850s. According to National Parents Association, Charles Loring Brace began the free foster home movement in 1853. Brace was the director of the New York Children's Aid Society. He was concerned about the number of immigrant children living on the streets. He advertised for families willing to provide free homes for these children. Following the examples set in New York, other states began to become involved. During the early 1900s, the foster care system continued to grow. Agencies began supervising foster parents. Children's needs started being considered before they were placed in a home. States started to inspect foster homes, and services were provided for the families so the children could return home. The foster care system has grown and changed over the years. Today, the foster care is available nationwide. Each state has a little different process, but foster care exists in every state to provide care when a child is taken from their home. According to the Department of Health and Human Services, there are nearly 408,000 children in U.S. foster care. Most of these placements result from the abuse, neglect, or 80% of them are related to drug abuse. On average, children stay in foster care homes for 2 years. There are a variety of placement settings, including foster homes with relatives, foster homes with non-relatives, institutions, group homes, and supervised independent living. Decisions about how children are placed, who will work with the families, and other details are made by local and private agencies. A group of people work as a team to look out for the best interests of the child. Now that you know some facts about foster care, I'd like to address some of the myths that people involved in foster care want you to understand. These myths were given to me by a family friend who fosters children and by my aunt who has adopted 2 foster children. Myth number 1. The purpose of foster care is to provide new permanent homes for children. The main goal of foster care is not to provide a child with a new home. It is to reunite them with their family. Only if the reunification is not possible are the children going to be placed up for adoption. Eddie Murphy lived in foster care when his single mom became ill. Cher was a foster child because her parents divorced and her mother had money issues. Myth number 2. Children are in foster care because they are bad and are not smart. According to the Dave Thomas Foundation, 45% of Americans believe children in foster care have committed a crime. Children in the U.S. foster care, though, are not in there because they did anything wrong. Rapper Ice-T was orphaned because both of his parents were killed in a car accident. And my aunt's adopted children are in 4th grade and are both honor roll students. Myth number 3. Foster families are only in it for the money. This is not true according to the families I spoke with. According to the Children's Rights Organization, states would need to increase the amount of money provided to the foster families by 36% in order for it to come to equal the actual cost of foster care. You might wonder why I chose this topic. These are my cousins, Morgan and Melissa. They are foster children who have been adopted. I'm telling you about this topic so that they will have less judgment and you guys will be more informed. Thank you for learning more about the history of foster care, how it works now, and some common myths.